In this how-to video, I'm going to show you how you can view the social media check reports that have been completed for your organisation and all the features to manage these reports. First, navigate to the reports page within your social media check portal. Here you'll be able to see an overview of the reports that are within your account and how many reports have been placed, i.e. how many candidates have successfully registered to complete the social media check. You can also see how many are currently in progress or outstanding and how many have been completed. This information is useful for knowing how many tokens have been used within your account. Below this you will find the reports table. This displays all the reports against your account, including completed reports and findings per report. The user column displays the name and the email address of the candidate that has completed the report. The next column is the organisation or sub-organisation within your account. It shows which report has been completed against which organisation within your account structure. You can filter the table view by organisation or multiple organisations by using the filter above this and selecting these from the drop-down. So we'll amend the table to only display organisations that you've selected. After this, you'll see the post column. This will have one of two values. All means public and private posts have been checked, whilst the public option means that only publicly accessible posts have been checked within the scope of this check. In this demonstration account, all candidates have been checked for all posts. You can then see the status of the report in the next column. It's important to understand the meaning of each status in order to understand where in the consent process a candidate is. You can see all of the status codes listed in the column filter. Placed. This means the candidate has completed the self-registration link. It's at this point that the candidate has registered and they will appear in your reports table. Consented. This means the candidate has clicked consent on the consent email that's automatically sent once they've been registered, but they haven't yet added their social media accounts to the check or haven't clicked submit at the end of the check. In progress. This means the candidate has submitted their social media check for processing and their content is currently being checked against the classifiers. Succeeded. This means the social media check has been processed successfully and the report output will be available in the portal to review. Reviewing. This is an uncommon status that might appear in the event that processing has been paused or an error has occurred. And finally, rejected. This means the candidate has been registered to complete a check but has declined to consent to completing the check on the consent email. Next to this, you'll see the reports column. There's 3 types of report output for all successfully completed social media checks. The interactive report. This is the easiest way to analyse report findings. Using this report, you can view the findings, see some basic report information, the social media accounts and platforms which have been checked, and then below this is a report summary containing all the findings which have been flagged against the classifiers which are listed here. You can click on a finding and see what account and platform it was posted on, and if the content is publicly facing, you can go directly to the source using the link. The report output is a PDF version of the interactive report which can be filed and printed. And the certificate is a simple audit confirming when a report was run and what findings have been presented. You can quickly see which classifiers have findings by hovering your mouse over the number of findings in the report table. The count column shows how many reports have been placed for each candidate. For candidates who have completed more than one report, you can see their social media check history by clicking the plus symbol on the left-hand side of their row to view any previous report data and findings. In this example, you can see a previous check was completed which reviewed 3 posts and 1 finding. The latest check has reviewed 12 posts and had 2 findings. You can find out more information about where a candidate is along the consent process and their findings by clicking the row for the candidate that you want to view. Here you can see the report execution timeline, which allows you to see if a candidate has successfully completed a report or where they are in the consent process. Also, within this pane, if the report has been successfully completed, you can view the report summary, enabling you to see the number of findings against each classifier. You can also access the report output from here. To close this pane, click anywhere outside of it and it will bring you back to the table. You can easily filter the reports table to only view certain reports. For example, you can filter on a time frame to review reports within the last 7 days. This automatically applies. You can also filter on user, status, findings and count. So, for example, if I wanted to view reports with one or more findings within the past 7 days, I can apply these filters. I've already applied the last 7 days filter. If I go into findings, I can specify that I only want to show results that are equal to one or more findings. Once this is applied, the table will be updated accordingly. If you want to share this search criteria with another user who has the same access to the portal as you can copy the URL within the search criteria applied and share this with a colleague. They can paste this into a browser and it will automatically apply the same filters to the table as you have applied previously. All applied filters can be easily removed by clicking the Clear All button on the right-hand side above the reports table. You can also perform some basic actions on a candidate's report. If a candidate has placed a report but cannot find the consent email, you can send them another by checking the box for the candidate that has placed the consent request, bringing down the Actions drop-down menu and then resending the consent email. If a candidate has successfully generated a report and you wish to send this to them, then you can select their row again, drop down the actions and email the report to the candidate. This will be sent to the email address which the candidate used to register to complete the check.